Students, here we are again with our new lesson around the world. Objectives of the lesson are: student will be able to read with understanding. Student will able to use new words and new language items in proper context. Student will able to read other story of same difficulty level and understand it. Student will be able to read a map. Student will able to write short note containing information, request, instruction. Student will able to write creatively narrating a train journey giving significant details. Student will be able to write a review of a story. First, you tell me which is the most interesting place you have visited. How did you go there? And how did you return from there? Have you traveled by different means of transports like car, rail, aeroplane, ship? Is there a mode of transport that you would like to use? Mr. Phillips Fogg lays a bet with some of his friends to go around the world in 80 days. This is the story of how he travelled with his companion passport. That evening they were on the train from San Francisco to New York, which is 3,786 miles away. In 7 days, the train would take them to the Pacific, to the Atlantic Ocean again. The train steamed through California at full speed. It crossed steep mountains, slopes, deep canyons, and hair-raising curves, moving through a few tunnels and bridges. Suddenly, the train slowed down as a herd of buffaloes charged across the railway tracks. The train was forced to stop till the procession passed like a great brown river. The herd took a full 3 hours to cross the tracks. Night had fallen by the time the train could move. The train headed for the steep mountains. This was the most difficult part of the journey. With its winding roads, they passed the highest point of their journey, 7,524 feet above sea level. In a few hours, they would be out of Rocky Mountains. After the passengers had taken their breakfast, the train gave a shrill whistle and braked with a jerk and came to a halt. Passepartout, a French passenger, went to see what the matter was. There was nothing to be seen. The train had halted in the middle of nowhere. There was no station in sight. He heard the signalman say, "The train can't go on. The bridge near Madison Bar won't support the weight." It was a suspension bridge and some of its cables were broken. The driver of the train said, "Perhaps there is a chance of getting across the bridge by letting the train proceed at maximum speed." As soon as they passed over the Madison River, the bridge crashed down into the raging water below. The train continued its course that evening without interruption. Train moved forward. The next day, it was suddenly attacked by hundreds of Sioux Indians, a tribe of native Red Indians. Many of them appeared from all sides, jumped on the moving train and pulled themselves up the steps. They were armed with rifles. Some of the travelers had revolvers. They defended themselves bravely by answering with pistol shots. The conductor cried out, "The train must be stopped or we are lost." "I will go," said the passenger. He opened the door and, unseen by the Red Indians, he slipped under the racing train and, holding on to the chains, he slowly reached the engine. Then he separated the engine from the coaches. They started to slow down. They had neared a station where soldiers, attracted by the sound of shots, hurried towards the train. The Red Indians on board saw them and quickly jumped off before the train stopped entirely. Now, new words with meaning. Our first new word is procession, meaning body of a person or animal walking together. I have seen a huge procession on the way. Canyons. Deep, narrow opening, usually with a stream. Grand Canyon is the world's largest canyons. Supporting. Keep from falling. The tower was supporting with cables. Conductor. Person in charge of a bus or a train. Sentence. Conductor was asking for tickets. Question 1. Which tribe of Red Indians attacked the travelers? Answer. Sioux Indian attacked the travelers. Question 2. Which was the highest point of their journey? They passed the highest point of their journey when they were at 7,524 feet above sea level. Question 3. Why did the train stop the first time? Answer. The train stopped the first time when a herd of buffaloes charged across the railway tracks. Question 4. How many days would it take for the train to reach New York? Answer. It would take 7 days for the train to reach New York. Question 5. Tick the correct answer. The first time train stopped was because of some robbers stopped the train. A herd of buffaloes was passing. The tracks were broken. Answer. A herd of buffaloes was passing. Next question. The bridge fell down with a crash into the river. After the train had passed through. The train was still on the bridge before the train passed over the bridge. Answer is after the train had passed through. Match the following words with their meaning. Halted, people traveling in bus, train, etc. Passengers, stopped, interruption, protected from attack, defended, suddenly many times, completely, trembled or shocked violently, several occasions, break the continuity of entirely. Answer. Halt meaning stopped. Defended meaning protected from attack. Shuddered meaning trembled or shook violently. Interruption meaning break the continuity. Passengers, people traveling in buses or train. Entirely meaning completely. Several occasions meaning many times. Read the following statements. The train steamed forward at full speed. The train headed for the steep mountains. Find 5 more such words from the lesson. Halted, steamed, reversed, slowed, crossed. From the text, find 3 more describing words like the ones given below in the examples. Answer. Steep mountain slope. Red Indians. Hairy rising curves. Rocky mountains. Deep canyons. French passenger. Red, hairy, rocky, deep, French are describing words. Find the opposite of the following words from the text. Minimum speed, full speed or maximum speed. Moved forward, reversed or moved backward. Disappeared, appeared. Closed, opened. Lowest, highest. In the lesson, you will find many words that describe sounds like whistling, roaring, breaking, crashing, raging. Can you list things these sounds are related to? Sounds, things associated with whistling, wine or policeman. Roaring, lion, fire. Braking, car, bicycle. Crashing, vehicle, plane. Raging, war, fever. Fill in the blanks using group of words from the box. Cluster, bunch, clump, choir, band, fog. Travelers rested under the clump of trees. The choir sang beautifully. The bunch of flowers was lying on the table. The girl looked at the cluster of stars. The band of robbers escaped. The hunter shot at the flock of birds. Question 5. Some words describe action. Many of them end in ly. The girl danced beautifully. Fill in the blanks by changing the word in the bracket suitably. The girl slept soundly. The children finished their work quickly. The old man shouted loudly. The boys played quietly. Do you work neatly? I can do the sum easily. Try. Would you like to visit when you grow up? Make a project by drawing or pasting a map of that country, its national flag, stamps of the country, its currency, some famous monuments or landmark. This is the map of United States of America, and this is the stamp. This is the flag of USA. Currency is dollar. Monuments, Mount Rushmore, Statue of Liberty. Wonders of the world and countries. Taj Mahal, India. The Great Wall of China, China. Machu Picchu, Peru. Giza Necropolis, Egypt. Petra, Jordan. Colosseum, Italy. Chichen Itza, Mexico.